Let's be honest, we recently feel like a chameleon in sales because the sales landscape is changing like never before. We have uncertain economic times, we have a changing buying behavior, and we have technology advancements. So how can we actively prepare for these challenges? I'm David, the CEO and co-founder of Surfe, a smart LinkedIn prospecting tool, and I'm showing you the key challenges and how you can overcome them this year. So let's dive in, guys. Buyers expect today more than ever before. 80% of the buyers actually say that the buying experience is as important as the product or service they are buying. So take, for instance, old economy car manufacturer. They adjusted the buying process to their buyers' channels. Let's say I'm a young buyer and I want to have an experience of buying a car in city. That's why they have in city stores. Or online, I can even now kind of personalize my car. So the same as in sales, you need to adjust to the channels where your buyers are in. Meaning, go into mobile first if you are selling to a Gen Z audience, for instance. And in this audience and these channels, you need to be highly personalized all the time. So leverage any insights or intent data you have, for instance, in your CRM to always not only name first and last name, but also to know exactly about their specific problems and come up with a solution. So let's say you have a CRM, which is very generalistic, but I am in a real estate business. So I need to have an adjusted CRM exactly to my needs. And you need to know that before. So research is even more important, but here you can also leverage AI to be as personalized to their problems then and to come up with a good solution. Keeping up with the competition. So sales tech is advancing at a crazy speed. And we have technical and non-technical sellers. But with all these technology advancements and the democratization of AI, this gap between them is increasing. So if you're not leveraging as a non-technical sellers these new tools, you are left behind like more than ever before because the sophisticated and technology sellers can leverage this to their competitive advantage. Meaning you look into CRM systems and expansion of these systems that leverage AI for having better insights and for crafting better messages, and which are more personalized at scale, for instance. Also, when we look into the pre-sales era of tools, we have a lot of tools which are leveraging AI to at least eliminate all these manual research process, for instance, to build the list. So if you're not staying up or keeping up with the competition, you're left behind. So let's be careful and let's look at the tools and technology advancements. All right, more and more Gen Z is entering the sales ecosystem. And that comes with certain challenges and opportunities. First of all, the challenge is when we hire the sales team, we start to hire SDR and BDRs, for instance, so more young people come fresh from school. These guys grew up by text. So we need to upskill them first how to perform a cold call, for instance. The other thing, it's also an opportunity because less people are doing cold calls. So if we upskill them on the right level, I think you have a higher chance to book more meetings with cold calls again than probably by text, let's say email and LinkedIn messages. So it's harder than ever before to reach your prospects. First of all, Gmail has introduced sending limits. Second, our prospects are anyway getting spammed from these tools out there, which makes it so easy for you to send a personalized cadence in one click. So we're dealing with sending limits, plus it's harder to reach the prospect because the prospect is getting anyway spammed. So what can you do? And here's a super hot tip. Switch from a decision maker to an end user, because these people like SDR, BDRs, for instance, receive less emails in their inbox. Why to do that? Because you want to understand what's the problem they're currently facing. So you get the problem from them, and then you check for your referral networks, meaning leverage, for instance, your LinkedIn network, match it with your ICP, and see where you can have overlap for people who can introduce you to that ICP. Then you take this message, so you now know the problem, and then you prep your solution pitch. You take it to the introduction, so hopefully someone of your network can introduce you to that ICP, and then on decision maker level. And then you straight use from the first message the insights you just received from the SDR and BDR using the problem and then solution pitch. For me, that's the best way ever to still have very high booked meetings when you're facing with descending limits and that our inboxes are getting spammed. switch from decision maker to end user, and then use referral networks to reach the decision maker, but come up with a problem solution pitch straight away. Okay, let's talk about the uncertain economic times and the current situations a lot of companies are being at, which is budgets are decreasing, which is hires are paused, which is we have a difficulty to analyze overall our team's performance as well. We have an increasing tool stack. And we also have long onboarding times. So what can we do against these 5 things? So I think we need to be way more ROI-driven. So what's the ROI impact your solution is offering? We need to show clear cost savings. And ideally, you can also unify a certain part of that tool stack by, for instance, what we are doing, we are democratizing the enrichment, meaning instead of using 5 tools and having subscription for it, you can go with our waterfall enrichment and you have 20 plus different providers in one. So adjust that to your pitch, being more ROI focused, look at the savings, and that you can unify a tool stack, plus ideally, because that's often increasing the sales deal cycles, right? Onboarding times. So if you can look what self-service tools are doing, how can you facilitate your onboarding and decrease your onboarding times, even better, because often people say, hey, I only have 1 quarter, so I need a solution now, which is cheaper, which works immediately. So yeah, look at these things. Plus, when there's some uncertainty in some sales territories, switch the territory. So look at another market you can target. Maybe one of the territories, it's seasonal. So in France, a lot of business is not going in August because it's the summer holiday. Switch maybe to the United Arab Emirates instead. So find these things, and I think then you will be very well prepped for the upcoming months. Be a master navigator to these uncertain times and upcoming challenges. By using the latest AI technologies and advancements and tech, by upskilling your team, and by being flexible in your sales team structure and in your sales pitch, I think you can be well prepped for the uncertain months to come. Also, if you want to view more of these videos, just subscribe, man. Subscribe here in the corner or here or left or right, I don't know. You will find it. And if you're looking to connect LinkedIn with your CRM, Surfe is the tool to go. So thanks for watching as always, and have a good day.